Welcome back to my life as an NPC. I am Scythe. Today is Valentine's Day 2023 and I am playing Find Love or Die Trying. We have already been introduced to all the girls in this mansion, in this game show. And the thing is, if I don't find love by the end of this week in the game, they will kill me. So let's go find ourselves a true love. And so far, based on the introductions alone, I already have two favorites, which is Scarlet and Allie. She might be a bit dangerous, but she's a jokester and I like that. Scarlet is a big celebrity girl. She's pretending to be one, and she seems to be interested in stranger things than that. Not necessarily stranger things like in horror and supernatural stuff, but just other things that other people look down upon where she's from. And I like a girl with brains, so I think I'm going with one of those two. Other than that, maybe the stuck-up girl. No, not stuck-up, but she's a high royalty. Or the gamer, the streamer, the variety game streamer, or the childhood friend. But there's also a chance of getting Kat, the host of this entire game show. Yeah, we'll see. But for now, I think I'm going with either Scarlet or Allie, depending on what happens in the coming episodes. Yeah. So let's get into it right away, shall we? By the time I got there, Kat and the girls were surrounded by a blackboard covered with scribbles and math equations. And that's why Carbon is a perfect soulmate for each of you. Approved! What is it? He says, you're both equal pieces of shit and I can prove it mathematically. I'm sorry, you just threw a bunch of numbers and symbols that don't mean anything. Yeah, she's a smart one. I knew I liked her. It's like the bullshit math they show on screen in a movie. Oh, you're late to the party, Carbon. But you're just in time for the first alone time segment. Alone time segment. You can't find your soulmate without having a little alone time together. It's time to pick your first soulmate candidate or one of the two lovely ladies you'll get to spend time with this week. So, without further ado, who's it going to be? Wait, I have to choose already? It's been like less than an hour. I haven't even had the chance to really talk with any of them yet. Don't think of it that way. Think of it more like, well, who do you want to talk to the most right now? Alright, I guess. Oh yeah, this is Violet. Yui, childhood friend Terra. But I'm going with Scarlet. Scarlet? Alright, we'll make it happen. Places, people, let's have Carbon start in the mansion, and you know where to bring Scarlet. Yes, ma'am. Give us a minute to set up the scene, and then go find her. Right. Yes, because all reality TV shows are scripted with a lot of improv, essentially. That's why it's so crazy. It didn't take long to find Scarlet. She found me first. She had just burst through my door and was trying to catch her breath as she slammed it shut behind her. Carbon, thank God you're okay. Oh my God. What's going on, Scarlet? Long story short, I experimented with some of the local fauna on the island earlier. There's really nothing like it. It's really incredible. I messed up my intro with you earlier and... Whoa, slow down. I made a new chemical compound that causes amnesia. It's amazing! Wow, that's not something you hear every day. The cool thing is, applying just the right amount to a person can make them forget specific things. Who they are, how to write, anything. The bad thing is, something slammed into the door outside. I almost jumped up from the surprise. Give me brains and bananas! Applying too much turns people into rabid monkey zombies, hell-bent on eating human brains. Yeah, AB something something, apocalypse. She's an apocalypse. She's a prepper. Gotta love a prepper. Well, as long as they're Still normal people, but people that love the apocalypse, yes, gotta love that. And bananas. Dear God, not the bananas! The door slammed again. It sounded like it was about to be knocked down. We need to get out of here, and fast! 4 busted through the door and blocked our only exit. Give me brains and bananas. I'll get him out of the way. I'll give you time to run. I got a better idea. Scarlet blasted forward with a white powder covering his face entirely. He flailed wildly for a few seconds and fell to the ground, unconscious. Yeah, what was that? Since I believe we are just in a scripted, stupid dating sim, I'm not gonna be afraid for his life. I'm just going to ask, what was that? Whoa, what was that? Oh, let's just say forcing all the bananas he wants now, and we'll leave it at that. Follow me. We ran outside of the mansion as fast as we could. How did this even happen? Oh, I was afraid you'd ask that. I heard from Tara that you lost your memories, and I wanted to see if I could help you get them back. So I may have experimented on the Brothers 5 to see if I could erase their memories and bring them back. I must have done the numbers wrong. I added way too much. I didn't realize their brains were so empty in the first place. I mean, if we remove all the weird shit that's going on in this show, this would actually be a great dating game. You're not just out there dating people, you actually have a scenario where you are trying to do something that is more than dating. You actually have to live together through something. That would be cool. Trying to survive a zombie apocalypse as a dating game would be really amazing. Just all insane and fun and games. In a weird way, that's really sweet, Scarlet. Thanks. Crazy, but still, thanks. I'll fix this, I swear. I just need time to make an antidote. Luckily, I left my tools and supplies pretty near here. We can stay there till we got an antidote. Sounds like a plan. Lead the way. Wait, where are the other girls? Do you think they're still inside? They're actually trapped inside the library right now. Oh shit. We gotta go back and save them. I don't know how to say this, but I actually did turn them into zombies too. But they were a little bit much, so I locked them in the library. We're doomed, aren't we? Scarlet and I passed the time talking about the craziness that was going on and coming up with a plan to save everybody. She seemed to be quite frazzled, despite seeming so put together, but I could tell she really did care about the infected. Not enough to prevent this from happening in the first place, but enough. I watched her build a machine that she insists can turn them back to normal, but looking at it, I can't help to be a little skeptical. Alright, it's showtime! You really think this will work? You bet! I made it after all! Look, looks like the coast is clear here. We walked to the outside of the library undetected, but we definitely weren't alone in here. Alright, it's time to save our friends. Brains! And bananas! They're coming right at us! Nothing to worry about. What?! You're the one with this machine gun, with the minigun. This is payback for you guys acing your introductions! I'm sorry. What?! Nothing. You sure that's gonna cure them? Of course, what does it look like I'm doing? Something told me Scarlet was enjoying this a little too much. What the hell? What the hell? I take my eyes off the cameras for 1 second and there's zombies in the house? Not for much longer, I promise. We spent the rest of the day administrating the antidote to each person. Okay, this is getting a lot. Each of them knocked out as soon as we delivered the cure. Thank you. They didn't have to have the minigun running at all times like that. That was quite annoying. Not quite the first date you expected, huh? You can say that again. It was definitely a first First though. Cat told me that to make a date exciting, I had to get your heart racing. I think I did a pretty good job at that. I guess that's technically true, but aren't there easier ways? Something tells me this woman is full of more surprises. Well, let's see if there's good surprises or not. I stumbled back to my room and plopped onto my bed. I was just about to close my eyes when I heard a knock at the door. I shuffled over in a haze. Hey there, Carbon. Sorry to bother you this late. It's alright. What's up, cat? Don't mind me. Just gonna make myself real comfortable. Cat walked by me and comfortably sat herself on my bed. Oh my god, you have no idea how much better your beds are compared to the staff. You'd think the ones actually working here would get treated nicely. I closed the door, then sat facing her on the opposite side of the bed. I'm guessing you are not coming into my room at night to start a workers' union. I wonder, what would you want me to come to your room for instead? I can think of a few things. Oh, you naughty boy. You think 5 women would be enough for a person? You're incorrigible, Carbon. Anyway, as the producer, I'm obliged to help you survive until the end of the show. Just until the end of the show. I'm heartbroken. Being your babysitter doesn't pay well enough to make it a long-term gig. I'll be checking in with you each night to let you know how you're doing and give you some advice here and there. That's nice of you. Thanks, Cat. Well, to be honest, finding a new person to take your place would be a recruiting nightmare. Back to topic. Our audience really loved your date with Scarlett today. Wow, is this being live streamed or something? I don't know if I'd call what you two had a date, but you two have become quite a popular ship for our viewers. We did put on quite a show, didn't we? No kidding. There's not a person who watched today's broadcast who doubts that she's your first soulmate candidate. That said, let's sprinkle a little more drama into the mix. More romance and more love triangles, less zombies. So tomorrow I want to I want you to find who your other soulmate candidate is and ask them out on a date. Alright? Or I'd rather go on a second date with Scarlett tomorrow. Ooh, that's nice. But that's gonna bite me in the butt, I believe. And also, I said I was enjoying Allie. Alright, sounds good to me. Really? I would have expected you to spend more time with Scarlett right away, especially considering what just happened. I get that, but at the end of the day, we need ratings. And those are coming from people who want to see love triangles and whatnot, right? Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought too. That's exactly right! Without those ratings being high every day, they'll axe the show and your life. I guess that makes sense, in a messed up way. I'm impressed at how well you took that. Is this not your first time on a life or death killing dating show? Can't say that it is. Well, that's pretty much what I needed to tell you before tomorrow. I'm getting late, and we both got big days tomorrow. How about we call it a night? Sounds good to me. If it's worth anything, I'm sorry. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Carbon. Good night, Cat. She left my room, closing my door behind her. I went back to laying on my bed and closed my eyes. I kept thinking about Scarlett before I slept. The sound of waves crashing against the shore. Oh. Is this Terra? I can hear a woman's voice call out to me within a dream. You probably can't hear me in there, but... I tried to respond, but no words come out. Carbon, promise me one thing. Don't forget. Don't you dare forget. You promised. Promises are unbreakable, right? That's what you told me. You promised. But you lied, didn't you? What the hell is going on? What the hell? Who the hell was that? I'm thinking it might have been Yui if she is my childhood friend. Something like that, anyway. Or it could be someone completely different that we haven't not been introduced yet. Anyone else wake up with the world's worst headache? Tell me about it. What did you even do yesterday? Holy crap, were you actually turned into zombies? And she cured you? And you're having the worst hangover ever? Is that what's going on? Honestly, I can't remember. Though I did have a dream that we were being chased by someone. Oh really? And who was that? I think it was Scarlet. What are the odds of that? I think I dreamed the same thing. As did I. She locked us in the library and then shot us to pieces. Whoa, that's the same dream I had. What do you think? Made you dream up that? Either way, it was just a dream. You used the mean glare. It's super effective. Getting meta here. Come on, there's no point getting upset at someone at what they did in a dream. You're right, Violet. And yet, I seem to remember you being there too, Carbon. Oh man, how am I going to talk my way out of this one? Some way or another, Scarlet and I managed to convince everybody it was a crazy coincidence. We don't even get to make up our choices. I mean, that we could have made a choice here, and depending on the answer, that could have changed their views of me. That is to make it more or less likely that they actually choose me at the end of the game. At least I think we did. Violet was skeptical. Naturally, she had every right to be. Everything she dreamed really did happen. Let's hope this wasn't the kind of dream that comes back again. Now, let's go for a second date. Oh, there you are, Carbon. I've been looking for you. It's time to decide who's your other soulmate candidate. You remember what we discussed yesterday, right? How could I forget? It's not like I've forgotten anything important before, except for, well, everything. Save the snark for whichever girl you end up seeing today. Ow, that stings. It'll be just between your two soulmate candidates from here on out, so choose wisely. Wait, really? So if we don't get chosen, what are we supposed to do? Die, I guess. Well, for starters, we're in a tropical paradise. I think of it as a vacation. Soulmates aren't real anyway, so it's not a big deal. They're not real? Oh boy. Carbon, you might want to pick your second soulmate candidate quick. Wait a minute, Cat. We'll be splitting up the group after today? No, don't worry. You'll still be able to hang out together, and who knows where that will go. Phew. Good to know my battle plans will still come in handy. I mean, friendship plans. Good to know I still got to see my new friends. Yes, sir. So without further ado, Carbon, who's the unlucky... Dude, Cat, what the hell? I'm going with Ali. I'd like to spend some time with Ali. Ali. We'll make it happen. Let's get the cameras rolling, people. We're in for a bumpy ride. Yeah, we're gonna run a marathon or something. Maybe a obstacle course. Now, be a dare and give us a minute to set up the scene. How I let Ali talk me into this, I'll never know. You sure this is a good idea? There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Ali grabbed my hand and pulled me towards the slope of the hill. Relax, Carbon. What's the worst that could happen? Well, I could die. Would it be too much to ask to be on a TV show that didn't end up with me dead? Don't worry, I got you. Oh shit! Alice slipped on her rollerblades, pulling me down the hill with her. Ellie! I tried to step back up on reflex, but it was all I could do to stand up with the rollerblades. Oh fuck! We started rolling down the hill, faster and faster and faster. Ellie was rolling down the hill backwards at full speed. I could panic in her eyes. I couldn't figure out how to stop. We were going faster and faster. I screamed. Ellie laughed and pointed at me. Gosh, your face is priceless. I love it. Ellie turned around effortlessly and somehow glided next to me without ever having letting go of my hand. Damn, she is a hoot and a holler. Is that how you say it? She's a barrel of fun, alright. Our breakneck pace became slower and slower as she steered us back and forth repeatedly. Before I knew it, we were gliding down the road smoothly. The wind felt so nice. Now you got the hang of it. You got a fun way of teaching. The best way to teach a bird to fly is throwing it off a cliff. Now, that's definitely a way of looking at it. Unless your sibling is a mockingbird. I believe that's a bird anyway. A parasite bird, the mockingbird. The parent leaves the mockingbird egg in a different bird's nest. The egg hatches with all of its siblings, but the mockingbird is so fucking mean that it will actually push off all the other chicks over the edge of the nest, killing them instantly because they don't have any wings. And then it's only one baby bird left to eat all of mama's greasy goo that she do. You know how birds eat. Don't worry about it, you weren't even in danger. Have you been rollerblading for a long time? Nope! I actually just learned how to today. What was that about never being in danger? Shh! You're quite the daredevil, aren't you? What gave that away? She laughed as she slapped me on the back. You know, you're a pretty quick learner. You picked up rollerblading almost as fast as I did. Well, I got a pretty great teacher. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you, Ellie. Shucks, I feel the same way, Carbon. It's great to be around someone willing to go on an adventure. The world's gone crazy, we're all gonna die, you might as well be around people that make life worth living. I couldn't say it better myself. You know, I bet you can't skate backwards. Ellie reversed and started skating backwards as if to taunt me. Oh, why is that? I just think it's a bit too scary for a person who screams when they start going down a little bump. I'm Carbon, I can't handle a little bump. Help me. Come on, it was a hill. Yeah. I felt a firelight inside me. Yeah, she really brings out the fiery passion in him. Bring it on, Ellie. Oh, are you sure? Did I stutter? There comes a time in every person's life where we know we're taking a stupid bet, but do it anyway. With the power of misplaced confidence and adrenaline, I jumped high into the air and did a 360 rotation and did a backflip. Oh, they're both really bad. But at least one won't break my neck, so I'm doing a 360 rotation. And did a 360 rotation. Wait, am I spinning or is the world spinning? I'm not sure! Then it dawned on me. Oh fuck! Boom! No, I won't let you kill Carbon. What? You're going to wish we had. What was that? What the hell? You're up. You okay, Carbon? Try not to move. You're a little banged up right now, but you'll be just fine in no time. Cat and I treated your injuries pretty well, if I do say so myself. What happened? You, skated backwards. We're defining skating quite liberally, huh? How did I get here? I carried you here. Oh, man. My head. Take it easy. It's only been a few hours since you KO'd yourself. Well, it's sort of my fault, but I made you some food. It should be help you get your strength back up quick. Thanks, Sally. That's really nice of you. Don't expect something that Violet would make. I'm not sure what that means. All I can promise is that the food is probably healthier than my last suggestion before you knock yourself out. I'll take my chances. I took a bite of the food cautiously. I'm dying! For a moment, Allie was wide-eyed with shock and horror. I'm just messing with you. Food's delicious. Thanks, Allie. I just figured I'd get a little bit of payback. You know, no one forced you to jump. She laughed and slapped me on the shoulder, then ran her hand through my hair and scratched it. I found myself smiling and admiring the blue of her eyes. I'm looking forward to our next adventure, Carbon. I promise to not be too stupid again, okay? I try my best, but people can't help but do stupid things to impress a pretty girl. That's fucking truth, am I right? I guess impress is what we'll call it. We spent the rest of the day making fun of each other for how stupid we were being. Somehow, someway, Allie could take the ordinary and turn it into an adventure. I was laughing so hard that I could barely feel any pain. And that's really what you want, right? Someone that makes life fun, regardless of what's going on. Sure, you gotta have a limit to it. Everything can't be fun all the time. But you just have to take time and enjoy life. That's great. I remember my first real girlfriend that I had. She just said, hey, I want to go out on the field and look at the stars. There's going to be a meteor rain tonight. I want you to come with me so we can watch the stars. It was early autumn, early fall, I believe. And we were just lying there on the grass with a blanket and pointing up to the stars. There's a meteor, and there's a meteor, and I think we were there for maybe 1 or 2 hours. It wasn't big and flashy, but it was amazing, no doubt. And I think that's why I want to visit the igloo hotels up in Lapland, up in Finland, and things like that, because it's just an amazing thing that you can do without actually doing all that much. Yeah. Before I knew it, it was nighttime. I was about to enter my room when I felt a familiar tap on my shoulder. Hey there, Carbon. Got a minute? I want to make Scarlet and Allie jealous. It'll be good for ratings. Sorry, what? You're no fun. Anyway, she opened the door to my room and walked inside. I followed suit. I got some good news. I'm all ears. Turns out my strategy worked. We got enough ratings to avoid early canning. Don't get me wrong, people loved it when you and Scarlet were the main ship. But now with Allie as some serious competition, let's just say online threads went from optimistic and united to downright murderous. Well, I'm glad to hear I get to live another day. For now at least. But that'll change quickly if our viewers don't feel like your relationship with both of them are progressing. Cat laughed and then took a seat on my bed. You know, I'm curious how you're feeling about Scarlet and Allie. Between those two, do you have a favorite? Oof, I knew I was going to like both of them, but after these two first dates, I'm leaning... Okay, so first off, Scarlet was high, because she had some interests that was important to me, and Allie was a bit lower, because she had a nice, cool personality. But after the date, Scarlet kind of went down a bit, while Allie went up a bit. So they're pretty much equal right now, which is annoying. But I think I have to go with my first impression that Scarlet is the more fun one. I think I have a better connection with Scarlet right now. It's amazing how brilliant she is, and I can't even quite place her. She's fascinating. I had a feeling you'd say that, and you're right to say that. Well, we'll see where things go with her. Something tells me you'll get a chance to hang out with her again tomorrow. Anyway, that's it for today. Keep it up, and who knows, you might just be the first one to make it out of here. Night, Carbon. Good night, cat. She left my room, closing the door behind her. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. And we're gonna have more nightmares. I see waves crash soundlessly against the shore and dissolve to nothing before they reach my feet. This must be a dream. She's next to me. I can't make out her face or even hear her voice, but I know it's her. The way the pale moonlight dances in her hair is so nostalgic. You look like you've seen a ghost, Carbon. I can't see your face nor hear your voice, but I know it's you. I'm fine, don't worry about it. I hear my own voice speaking, as if it were coming through an old cassette. Are you thinking about what's going on out there now? $10 that it's better on this side. Out there, every day is a fight to stay alive. Here, at least there's good food, shelter, a place to call home, and most importantly, high speed and unlimited internet. Are we making a show during an actual apocalypse? I reach for her hand and hold it tight. And people that love you. I know, and I love you too. I know how lucky I am to be here, but I still want to see the other side. Why? You wouldn't survive a day out there. Same goes for me. Because it's real. It's real life. Where things happen that aren't planned by some producer. Where living isn't just following a script. Have we done this multiple times over? Is this just the first time we're doing this game show? And instead of actually having amnesia, or instead of dying, I mean, we're just going through amnesia? I'd do anything for just a taste of it. We've been over this. I know. I'm just so tired of this. What the hell are we doing here, Carbon? Oh. I felt the same way she did, but there was nothing we could do. Not if we valued our lives. There's no escaping from her alive. From here, alive. We're living another day. But what are we living for? I sighed. You really want to see the other side that badly? Yes. I laughed. When she had that look in her eye, I knew there was no convincing her otherwise. If she had to go alone, she'd see it through. And I loved her for that. I guess you'll owe me $10 pretty soon. She laughed. You'll be the judge of that. Episode 3, Take a Chance. This is getting interesting. There's more to this game than just simply a deadly dating sim. I like it. But this is it for this episode. You will be able to see the next episode right away because I've uploaded the entire series in one and on the same day. I'll see you there, and I might even see you in one of my other videos. And remember, just because you're not the main character doesn't mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.